Hi everyone, it's Isai Jess Munoz here. Some of you are longtime friends and followers, and some of you are visiting my page for the first time. Today's the big day where I get to share my new album with all of you entitled Visca l'amor, available now on all major platforms including Amazon, iTunes, and Spotify. You can also read more on the project by visiting my website at jessmunoz.com. It's been a thrill to collaborate with the great pianist Oksana Glauchko on this project that focuses on Catalan art song of the 20th and 21st centuries. Catalonia is the autonomous region in Spain, which includes Barcelona, whose language was censored by the repressive effects of the Spanish Civil War and the Franco dictatorship. During that time, local publishing houses were all but decimated. Nevertheless, the music lived on. Native composers continued setting their beautiful language, Catalan, to songs. And today, decades later, that music is being salvaged, recovered, and shared with the world. Spain is vast, and Catalonia has its own distinctive musical voice and heritage, strongly influenced by its exchange of ideas on Impressionism and Neoclassicism with France. So we're excited to be able to illuminate this genre, its history, its style, so that it may continue to be sung and celebrated. So if you're a singer or a voice teacher wishing to add this repertoire to your list, perhaps on a recital, and have questions on the sung application or the diction of the Catalan language or how to access scores, don't hesitate to reach out to me. We have a lot of people to thank for making this project possible, but before I do that, I first want to acknowledge that it's a really difficult time right now for so many of us. I have many friends who've lost jobs, who've lost loved ones, who've even lost their sense of purpose because of the COVID crisis. And then there's also the social political unrest that's happening in America right now. We certainly felt the sting of the senseless murder of George Floyd this past summer, and then everything else that's happened since then. I think of all the people who suffered the sting of the Franco dictatorship so many years ago in Catalonia, how artists would often choose to create to escape the constraints of their current situation, to make sense of their worlds, to gain understanding, to ultimately make a positive difference. The songs on this album are ultimately about human longing and endurance. And so to all of you who are out there struggling, I dedicate this album to you. I know that we're all longing to see a world that's rid of all pandemics, where everyone's voice can be heard and celebrated regardless of gender, sexual orientation, disability, race, social economic status. So, visca l'amor, long live love. I would like to thank our recording producer and engineer, Andreas Meyer, and Swan Studios, New York City. Thank you so much, Andreas. To our executive producers, Becky Starobin and David Starobin at Bridge Records. Thank you so much. Also at Bridge Records, Casey Siu, Robert Starobin. Our translators, Victoria Delgado, Salvador Pila, Jacob Lubliner. Our booklet editors, thank you, from the University of Mississippi, Amanda Johnston, and from the University of Delaware, Philip Gentry and Jorge Ramirez. Our invaluable language coach, the great Catalonian mezzo-soprano, Ana Alas y Jove. Muchas gracias. To our designer, Anilda Carrasquillo of Cover to Cover Design, who did such beautiful work on the booklet. And our photographer from Opera News, Dario Acosta, our stylist, Tatiana Kagan in New York. And special thanks with heartfelt appreciation to the University of Delaware that subsidized a good portion of this album. Also to the Nemours estate of the Nemours Foundation and the Mount Cuba Center in Delaware that served as the backdrop to our photo shoots. Patricia Caicedo at the Barcelona Festival of Song, who was the first person to introduce me to the songs of Catalonia. Also to Elisenda Fabregas, the only living Catalonian composer featured on this recording, who wrote such a powerful song cycle for us that receives its world premiere via the disc. To Josephine Hemsing Associates PR in New York, who have been disseminating news of our project here and across Europe. Thank you so much, Josephine. To Jessica Crone, our dear friend and longtime web designer. All our publishers, Editorial Clivis, Boileau, Trito, Clara Janes Nadal, muchas gracias a todos. And to the press and to those who've already endorsed and supported the dissemination of the album, Fundación Monpó in Barcelona, Institut Ramon Llull in New York and worldwide, the Young Arts Foundation in Miami, to Danny Munoz, Zinaida Glauchko, the late Richard Owens, Kevin Freer, and last but not least, our three kids, Giovanni, Marco, and Salome. Daddy loves you. Mwah. Thanks so much for listening, and now I leave you with a soundbite of our new album, Visca l'amor, Catalan art songs of the 20th and 21st centuries. Take good care and keep singing on your journey.
Estonium canium conot sabes, tampoc ningú sabria el meu destí. Cap altra llavi no em tindria pres, brama teu nom faria el meu camí. Un ram d'anoies em fora curat, ni la cançó sota el drinc de la copa. Vaixells de guerra vinguessin al port,